Model martial arts dance road social deliberations. Faced with Zhou Yan's doubts, Fang Ping smiled magnetically. Not really. I've added benefits to everybody. It's not me. In the past, one person had one ordinary chi and blood pill per month. 3 credits fooled it over. There are a lot of things going on at the Mado Club. The benefits are not as much as doing the task. You expect everyone to do their best for the Budo Society. Ask yourself if everyone is satisfied. Zhou Yin was silent, because at this time, the members of the Budosha Society in the audience. It's already talking. It seems that it was Fang Ping's proposal. Couldn't agree more. At this time, Zhang Yu opened his mouth and said, Fang Ping, as you think, the Budosha spends at least 2.5 billion a year. Where does the gap come from? Fang Ping gave his own solution. First, find a school to apply. Now prices are rising. Give an extra 20 million per month. It's not a big problem to get 100 million. Second, it's now the afternoon for all. We have 2 more dance training classes in Mordo. Let the second-grade students in the club go to the town in batches. 2 classes enroll 200 students. It can increase the income of hundreds of millions of dollars every year. Third, new students are enrolled. The allocation convention for single dormitories is that half is given to the top students, half to the wealthy. Starting this year, the rent for students will be paid. The price increase. Zhang Yuanyan was slightly angry. President Fang, this is a bit excessive. Fang Ping waved his hand. Don't worry, I'm not done yet. I'm not just talking about freshmen. It's the same with old students. Some of them don't want to make progress. Occupy the pit and don't. All of them were excellent students who entered the school that year. The mold house provides food and accommodation free of charge. After a few years, it is still a first or second grade. That's why I decided to accommodate 300 single dormitories for honorable students. New students can be obtained through challenges. Of the other 300 rooms, 100 are occupied by old students. The remaining 200 rooms are rented for 500,000 a year. If you don't rent it, let them go to a multi-person dormitory. If it's all rented out, there is 100 million in revenue. That's 200 million more. Zhang Yuqing exhaled. 200 million plus school funding is only 1.4 billion. The gap is still very large. Fang Ping said with a smile. It's easy to hold a large-scale dance event. The competition in society is uneven. The credibility is also not high. This year starts. We are the host room of the magic dance. As he spoke, he raised the folder in his hand. This is the expenditure of the Budosha in previous years. Annual exchange with other schools. The event actually accounted for the lion's share. Very ridiculous in my opinion. There is no reason to lose money by running a competition. Go to the sponsor. 1 tournament per quarter. 4 times a year. Sponsorship fees, advertising fees, broadcast fees, ticket fees. There are so many ways to make money. In addition, the event is open to the whole country. A lot of social dancers crave attention. They are idle and idle. We'll definitely attend. Wait until it's done. We don't have to give anything. Just find a few people to be the judges and judges. I know there are a lot of people who are losing face. Feel ashamed to wear sponsors' clothes. I think that playing an exchange game is to be watched as a monkey. But have you ever thought about it? When you become a grandmaster, when you go through the sky and open the mountains and split the sea, who would dare to look at you like a monkey? In addition to what was said above, in fact, there are many ways to make money. It's up to us to see if we want to. If nothing else, it's easy to make hundreds of millions. Zhang Yu and Zhou Yin did not speak. Perhaps the plan proposed by Fang Ping is indeed feasible. The audience whispered and talked constantly. According to Fang Ping, money should be earnable. We can get 20 credits a month. That's 7.2 million a year. This benefit package is much better than before. Fu Changding is hee, laughing, talking about making money. It's up to you. After a while, Fang Ping opened his mouth and asked about welfare. Does anyone else make sense? Zhou Yin gritted his teeth. Say yourself 500 credits a month. Too much. Fang Pingdan smiled and said that those who can work harder. I am also the head of 2 departments. Naturally, there are more. Senior Sister Zhou Yu. After that, I will go to an internship. Tasks don't have to be done. 50 credits of membership benefits will still be given to you. Zhou Yin said angrily. I don't want Fang Ping to spread his hands. That's just what you don't want. That's a little bit of saving. Said, he asked the crowd below if there was anyone else who didn't want it. The crowd fell silent. The entire conference room was silent. Qin Fengqing was a little speechless. Zhou Yan's brain is in water. Don't make 1.5 million for nothing every month. Fang Pingjian, no one spoke. Immediately said that since there is no opinion, the next item says so much. The most important thing is to improve the strength. For members below the 3rd grade, the Budosha will conduct an assessment once a year. Speaking of this, Fang Ping stood up, said with a serious face, the kind of martial arts club that used to be. There will be no more lifelong members. Members of the 3rd grade or less. Most of them are 2nd grade high-end and pinnacle. Give you a year, every 3 grades. All kicked out of the 5-way society. The crowd below heard this. All of them frowned slightly. Fang Ping continued, there are not many shortcuts to the improvement of the next 3 products. I'll give you a few ways to get through it. Go to each school to play exchange matches. Go to the local area and fight the team. Go and kick the halls of the 5 training courses in various places. The kick was successful. Let's open a 5-5 branch library there. If it fails, then move on. Zhang Yu said with a headache. President Fang, you let them do this. It will disrupt the order of the entire martial arts world. Fang Ping was a little unimpressed. When is it? The martial arts world is a pool of stagnant water. This is called order. I think it's good to mix it up. The top is probably happy too. See these. Zhang Yu still wanted to argue. Fang Ping interrupted him directly. That's it. That's all for the time being. Let's end the meeting, and the name will be left first. The members of the Budo Club in the audience got up and left. At the same time, there was a lot of discussion about today's meeting. Some people think that the treatment has changed for the better. But later, I'm afraid it won't be that easy. Some people think that's a good thing. In the past, the Budosha was always lifeless. It's finally a little clean now. Wait until there are fewer people. Fang Ping handed Qin Fengqing and Xie Lei a document each. Take these 2 lists. Give you both a task. Qin Fengqing did not hesitate to say that he would not do it. Fang Ping threatened to quit if he didn't do it. The Martial Arts Society does not raise idlers. Xie Lei did not refute. He asked what the task was. Fang Ping watched the 2 of them go to solicit sponsorship. Let those strong who go out of the demon dance support the construction of the school. The standard of the clan is not less than 50 million. Not less than 10 million for medium grade. The next 3 grades, mix good 3 to 5 million. If you can't mix it, forget it. Those big entrepreneurs in society. If you don't graduate from the demon dance, you should also go. If you go, you will say that it is an alumnus. If people don't recognize it, forget it. If they admit it, collect the sponsorship fee. Give them an honorary alumni certificate. The future of the school is at stake. If only it could reach tens of billions. The number of students of the 3 grades of the magic dance will increase greatly. Qin Fengqing asked with some dissatisfaction. So, what's in it for us? Xiaolei heard this. I feel a little embarrassed to work with Qin Fengqing. Fang Ping said that more sponsorship is beneficial. Less than 100,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000. As he spoke, he looked at the others. Listen to the rest of the department. The assignment of the dormitory for the orientation of the new school should be communicated in place. Send out photos of dormitories and dormitories for single occupancy. Show them. Dormitories for multiple people. Go outside and take a casual slap of a humble one. The single dorm room was filmed on our own. Everyone heard the news. They were all a little speechless. Are you really embarrassed to do that? Fang Ping didn't care about that. Continued. Chun Yinchi Fu Chanding. Don't forget about the plain society. Arrange some work for the members. For example, the instructor of a dance training class or something. Recruit some freshmen. I continue to set up the team to deliver the courier. It doesn't take too many people. In addition, preparations for the freshman exchange competition will begin immediately. The sooner the better. This time, it's called the National First Product Competition. He leaned back in his chair and muttered to himself. Hey, don't really say it. It's really tiring to be president. Everyone heard the news. They were all a little speechless. You haven't done anything. Fu Chanding glanced at Fang Ping. The heart says you're still tired. When he took office, he set a monthly salary of 15 million for himself. I'm really not afraid that the school leaders will trouble you. The reform of the demon martial arts officially began. The 2009 freshman dormitory allocation plan was launched. As expected, there were many voices of resistance on the internet at once. 500,000 a year. Demon 5. This is a money grab. As one of the two famous universities in the country, the Big Five, hollow mind to make huge profits on the dormitory allocation plan. Rather than so, it's better to put more effort into teaching. Don't spend any money to stay. A fool would spend 500,000 a year to rent a dormitory. Many people in society are calling for it. Appeal to those freshmen not to be stupid. 500,000 yuan can buy a suite in a second-tier city. However, these people really underestimate the spending power of the dancers. Be a parent of a new student. When you see those dirty dormitories, decide right away. Make a better single dormitory for your child. After all, having a stable living environment is more suitable for dancing practice. After the message is released, less than 24 hours, all 200 rooms are fully rented. It's August 31st. Fang Ping's strength is increasing day by day. The interrupt path is also becoming more and more stable. Fang Ping practiced on the dance field this day. The energy emitted by the body pulls the air around it. Make a whirring sound. He looked at the system data. It takes 100,000 to increase the mental power of the panel by 1 Her. The wealth value is consumed by 7 million. After increasing 70 Hertz, the plus sign disappears. It seems that I have a physique in the middle of the 4th grade. Qi, blood, and spiritual power have reached their peak. It can't be any longer. Fang Ping called it a day. Calm your breathing. Then he raised his feet and walked forward. Just listen to a click. He stepped on a hole in the floor. And that's not all. Fang Ping felt as if his brain was a little unable to concentrate. Drowsy thinking. What's going on? What's going on? The physique increases too quickly. Is the body not used to it? The mental power is a little higher. Isn't it getting more and more sober? How can you be drowsy? Fang Ping secretly said to the doctor. It's hard to go back to the dormitory. You can't fall asleep in the common area of the school. That's it. Fang Ping strode towards the dormitory area. I don't know how many potholes I stepped on along the way. Members of the Godo Society on patrol saw potholes in the ground. Sighed. One by one, they counted. Although Fang Ping is the president, school public facilities can be maintained. It's for all to follow. 2 days ago, Fang Ping increased the intensity of punishment and compensation. In the past, the compensation of 300,000 could be a fight. Now there is no 500,000, don't think about it. And Fang Ping stepped out of so many potholes this time. It is unjustifiable not to compensate 1 million. As Fang Ping stepped out of more and more potholes, the members of the patrol began to sympathize with Fang Ping. This time, I have to lose at least tens of millions. But there was still a glimmer of concern in their hearts. The president won't be on the payout. On September 1st, the 509th class of freshmen reported. A large number of students and parents gathered outside the school gate at this moment. When the new students go in, many parents want to go to school. Take a look at the accommodation and the cafeteria. After all, the multi-person dormitory that flowed out some time ago. It's so bad. However, the members of the Martial Arts Society, whose assistants were at the door, were unmoved. Shouted peace. If you enter the demon martial arts, you must abide by the rules of the demon martial arts. Unless allowed by the school, parents are not allowed to enter the demon force. It's conventional. Otherwise, you cannot enter the school. It's passed today. MOA no longer accepts any student reports. As soon as this remark came out, although parents have some regrets, but they still retreated. Outside the school gate of filial piety, Fang Ping looked at it for a while. Turning his head to the martial arts designer, he said, "Now, the freshmen are stronger than the first. The standards for admission to the school are higher than ever. So many good seedlings have to be cultivated well. The mentors of the Demon Warriors and the Martial Arts Society, in the past, only focused on key seedlings. That's not good. From this session onwards, the Budo Society has a role to play. While cultivating top-notch, expand the strength of the demon martial arts as a whole." As he spoke, he looked at the artist behind him. "Go and inform all new students. All admission procedures will be completed within 2 hours. Meet in front of the administration building." The member of the Martial Arts Society did as instructed. Liang Fenghua on the side said with a smile, "President, I really don't have any time to rest for them. I'm afraid that this class of freshmen will have to suffer." Fang Ping looked at these. The voice is not so serious. In his position, as the president of the Budosha Society, I just wish MOA was better. At this time, Yi Qin, the head of the Department of Discipline Inspection, came over. He handed Fang Ping a ticket for the sake of demon martial arts. "The president will pay the fine first." Fang Ping took the penalty sheet and looked at it. Immediately shocked. 15 million, what a sky-high fine. Didn't I just spend a few hundred floors? Yi Qin's face was calm, and he wiped a large number of rich masters. "I don't care if the penalty is less. Therefore, sabotage of official duties is a heavy punishment." Fang Ping smiled awkwardly. "I don't have any money." Yi Qin said seriously, "You are the president. If you take the lead in arrears, the others can't take care of it." Fang Ping saw that Yi Qin was still staring at him. There is some helplessness. After a while, I said that I am not in arrears. Qin Fengqing owes me 10 million. When she comes back, you ask for her. 10 million is enough to repair the floor. Yi Qin looked at Fang Ping, said with a serious face, "The Department of Discipline Inspection is not obligated to help you chase the battle. You still have 500 credits of club benefits left unclaimed this month. It's just enough to be deducted." Fang Ping heard this, almost vomited blood. The heart said, "Why this guy is so competitive? Really, if Yi Qin deducted the credits, then I won't have to increase my wealth." The flesh hurt for a long time. Fang Ping gritted his teeth. "Let's talk about 15 million. I give an addition. The Department of Discipline Inspection has recently made a careful inspection of me. in addition to the training room in Mo. In other places, I will be severely punished for destroying every grass and tree, including the haven side. There were often students who were practicing tactics over there and staring at them. Those who destroy the prince will be punished severely. Student dormitories are also regularly inspected. Demon Wu is not allowed to continue to be lazy. And also, part of the proceeds from the fine is used for the maintenance of the school's official duties. The extra ones don't need to be turned in. All are incorporated into the martial arts society. Yi Qin glanced at him. You're going to be fined. Vent on someone else's head. However, Fang Ping took the lead in paying a fine of 15 million. The policy of heavy fines can also be implemented smoothly. Yi Qin then nodded. Well, I see. Fang Ping saw that Yi Qin was still standing here, staring at him. Then he said, if you get it, don't follow me anymore. As he spoke, he turned to leave. Just listen to the rattle. The ground was trampled out of a hole by Fang Ping again. Yi Qin looked at the pothole. President, you've broken another piece of floor. Fang Ping couldn't control it at all. He snarled loudly, I know. I'm out of control right now. Could it be that you really want to fine me tens of millions? Freshman reporting office. Freshmen lined up to register. Go through the school admission procedures. Wait for dormitory assignments. At this time, members of the Discipline Inspection Department of the Martial Arts Club walked in. All new students will meet in front of the administration building 2 hours later. Those who arrive late and do not arrive are at their own risk. A freshman asked, Senior brother, do you have an orientation meeting just after you enter the school? The member of the martial arts club who was asked was slightly stunned. It's a joke, that is. Orientation 2 hours later. In front of the administration building. By this time, all the new students had gathered here. There was an uproar. Fang Ping, Chen Yunxi, and Zhao Lei stood in the middle of the rostrum. Watch quietly. Off stage, the freshmen in the audience whispered. Is that Fang Ping? It's him. The dancer who ranked first in the 3 grades updated the list today. He's not on the list. It may be that it has broken through the 4th grade. It's weird, though. There is no him on the Siping list. Fang Ping let out a shout. The silence interrupted the students' discussions. The scene suddenly fell silent. All the freshmen looked up at the chairman. Fang Ping's speech was waiting on the stage. Fang Ping had a serious face on his face at this time. My heart has long been happy. It's so cool. I finally got a feel for it. The taste of the dean and the principal at the beginning. In front of the National V Administration Building, Fang Ping let out a shout. The silence interrupted the students' discussions. Waited a while. Fang Ping continued, okay. Then next, Zhao Lei named. Zhao Lei on the side had a black line on his face. Roll call for new students. More than 1,980 people. Not even a microphone. You think of me for this kind of hard work. No anger, no anger. Zhao Lei still picked up the list. Damn it, just order it. Fu Chaning looked straight from the side. Zhao Lei walked to the front. Shout out to the freshmen below. Now for roll call. The one who called it by name shouted. Zhao Lei opened the list. Began to name Tangwen. A petite girl in the front row answered. Fang Ping's side, Chen Yunxi whispered. The list is sorted from highest to lowest. This is the first and second brittle bones of this freshman. A high-end product. Fang Ping's words were thoughtful. Tangwen shouldn't have anything to do with Tang Lion. Zhao Lei continued to name Gu Longfei. A young man who doesn't seem to be good at stubble. Lazily answered. This Gu Longfei is very handsome. It attracted the attention of many girls around. Chen Yunxi chuckled. This one is the most popular among girls. Fang Ping was a little unhappy. Few handsome people are good at stubble. It's either a sinister villain or a gentleman. Zhao Lei continued to name Luo Sheng. Fang Ping, yes. This Luo Sheng is full of good feelings. This man is average-looking. It's a bit honest. It's a good seedling. Chun Yinshi strongly agrees with this. That's right, although Rashing is ranked third. But the strength is not weaker than the first two. Fu Changding and Yi Qing next to him were a little speechless. Yinshi, you are not on the same channel with him at all. 2 hours later, Zhao Lei finally finished the list of freshmen. The freshmen in the audience were also a little noisy at this time. Why haven't you seen the teacher yet? I didn't even make my bed. At this point for 2 hours. Sikbar on the podium. Fang Ping waved his hand. Let's be quiet. However, there was still a lot of noise off the field. Fang Ping was a little angry. Shut up as soon as you congratulate you. The Department of Discipline Inspection maintains order. Then there is nonsense expulsion and get out. Dozens of resembling dancers outside the venue quickly arrived. His face was full of anger. The alloy weapon glowed with a chill. Now everyone is shut up. Fang Ping pursed his lips. It's so cool. No wonder everyone has to be the boss. When you are the boss, you can really do whatever you want. It's a great feeling. Fang Ping began to speak. Officially enrolled as a new student in the Magic 5. 50 credits can be earned each. 1 credit is equivalent to 30,000 yuan. Credits can be used to redeem resources such as pills, in order for you to break through to the first grade. Speaking of this, Fang Ping paused, turned his head to look at Yi Qing. I've written down all the noisy students just now. Yi Qing nodded. Fang Ping continued, okay. The names are read below. 10 credits will be deducted for all. Yi Qing picked up the list that had just been recorded. The names of more than 100 people were promptly reported. The audience was in an uproar again. The students whose names were read out protested one after another. Why should we be deducted credits? Fang Ping said lightly. Why am I the president of the Demon Martial Arts Society? I forgot to tell you. On Mo Island. I don't care. All the affairs of the school are under the management of the Budo Society. If you are not convinced, you will continue. Troublesome credits. Go ahead and buckle this. The freshmen who were still noisy just now. There was an instant silence. Fang Ping continued. The first thing I'm going to teach you today. It's Mo. The strong are respected. Give me more honesty before I don't have the strength. You're elders. I should have said something about the admission of new students in the demon martial arts. But that's all in the past. New rules will be implemented this year. The first starts with this session. Expulsion from the first grade realm who failed to enter the first grade realm before the end of the freshman year. The second as a freshman, you are not only cultivating and studying, also contribute to the school. Responsible for the errand work of the logistics department. Third, set up a ranking of the combat power of the freshmen of the elite class. The top 100 people on the combat power list are elite class students. Enjoy more credit privileges. Other students can compete through challenges. Seize the position of the elite class cadet. Leaderboard 10 at the end of the row. The list is updated monthly. The top 10 in the bottom 3 months go straight home. There were 1,986 new students in this class. I don't like this number. I hope you don't let me down. Knock out a few as soon as possible. I think 1,888 is a pretty good number. The school's task system and lending system. It will be open to all new students. Give you the opportunity to earn resources. Just be willing to work hard. Will not be eliminated. Fourth, after the division of the college, all students will have one chance to choose a tutor. This year starts. Non-dancers teach classes in large classes. Only when you become a dancer are you eligible to choose a mentor. There was a slight uproar in the audience. Fu Chang warrior. Tutors are not qualified to choose? Fu Channing and the others also frowned slightly. This Fang Ping didn't say it before. I didn't communicate with the school either. Fang Ping really didn't care about this. The reason for this, there's no way around it. After the last war, there are less than 300 tutors in the school, in all with students. There are too many freshmen in this class. This is the only way to reduce the burden on the instructors. At the same time, I will learn proper pressure on students. There was silence for a while. Fang Ping said with a serious face, and that's all for the new regulations. One last word of caution. Time waits for no man. Seize every opportunity to become stronger. Don't let yourself regret it. Next, gather at the training building. Start branching into colleges. The freshmen all looked heavy. Restlessness. How so? It's not at all the same as it was said to be. Vice Channing sighed. This freshman is really miserable. The teachers haven't seen it yet. Was given a hard dismount by the senior brothers. Fang Ping turned his head to look at the people of the martial arts society. Don't slack off. Addicted to leadership. It doesn't mean we're really strong. If surpassed by a new student, that's a big shame. Speaking of this, Fang Ping was a little proud. Like I was just a freshman last year. This year, he became the president of the martial arts society. Fu Channing was a little helpless. I complained in my heart. Can you not measure everyone by your standards? Inside the 10 training building, Fang Ping sighed with an old-fashioned sigh to the 09 freshman. There are nearly 100 dancers. There were only about 60 people in my class. One session is stronger than the other. Young people are getting better and better these days. Li Chongqing next to him was speechless. You kid, I feel like a school leader, right? Tang Feng glanced at Fang Ping. Didn't speak. Fang Ping turned his head to look at teacher Tang Fengtang. I heard that Tang Wen is the daughter of a tutor at school. In order not to let the tutor fake the public and personal interests, I suggest that Tang Wen not enter the Weapons Academy. Tang Feng looked at Fang Ping with some annoyance. The heart says something special. After this kid became the president, you have to mix everything with one kick. He looked at Fang Ping with unkind eyes. You're so idle. Do you want to practice with me? Fang Ping looked at teacher Tang Fengtang with a curious expression. Tang Wen is really your daughter. Tang Wen is petite and exquisite. It must be like his mother. That's a good thing. I will definitely take care of Tang Xuemei more in the future. Tang Feng snorted. If you dare to beat my daughter, I tore you. Fang Ping's face was kind. That's what I said. What am I going to say hit him? Isn't that a slander against me, the big lion? After a while, Fang Ping turned his head to look at Wu Quishan. Principal Wu, my previous application to lift the ban has not yet been approved by the school. Tutor Lu Fengru is my teacher. It is also the main combat force under the current grandmaster of the school. Coercion is grounding. Through no fault. I think it could be another one. Lu Fengru on the side didn't say a word. As if I hadn't heard. Wu Quishan doesn't talk nonsense. While everybody's there, I agreed to lift the ban one by one. A show of hands votes that do not agree to lift the ban. 6 products include more than 6 products. And the president of the Budosha has the right to vote. Fang Ping smiled and replied, let's vote. I've got all the headmasters' voting props ready. Agree or disagree. Just tick the box. Said. Fang Ping picked up a small cardboard box from the side. The ballots were distributed to the dancers of the 6 pins again. The teachers are working hard. Just draw a tick. Excuse me. Fang Ping smiled. Wu Quishan didn't say much when he saw this. Gold was a little speechless. Fang Ping, this kid is well prepared. This way everyone can vote with confidence. But now, everyone should hope that Demon 5 can produce another Grandmaster. The lifting of the ban is for sure. After a while, Fang Ping counted the number of votes. A total of 23 votes. 16 votes agreed. Does the principal want to check it out? Wu Quishan said lightly. The ban can be lifted without micropressure. In addition, I don't think I need to wait 3 months for the elimination system at the end. It is better to eliminate the last 10 places directly every month. Huang Jing disagreed. 3 months is a chance for students. Our aim is not to eliminate for the sake of elimination. Principal, 3 months. I think it's just right. Some of the other tutors agreed with Huang Jing's view. Principal Huang was right. In fact, the elimination of the last place is no longer in line with the school's educational principles. If only I didn't give it a chance. That's too cruel. Some agreed to Wu Quishan's proposal. This class of freshmen has increased by hundreds. Even if he got some funds from Jingwu. But now there are still more people, knocking out some harmless. It's true that we can't teach so many students. Fang Ping didn't interject at this time. Instead, Lu Xing looked at the situation at the school. Now it's a little complicated. Although Wu Quishan is an 8th grade golden body powerhouse. But at present, it does not seem to have the prestige of the old principal. There are not a few people who support Huang Jing. Maybe I'll have to be the headmaster. He smiled at the thought of this. Fang Ping turned his head to look at the big screen. At this time, the freshmen are chatting leisurely in the training building. That's when it happened. Fang Ping's voice suddenly came from the loudspeaker on the wall. All students listen well. Attack Tang Wen, Gu Longfei, and Luo Sheng. Participants are awarded 1 to 10 credits each. Tang Wen 3. Hold on for half an hour undefeated. 100 credits will be awarded each. Those with excellent performance are preferred, including flying dancers. Start now. The voice fell. The lower floors of the training building began to be a little messy. Training building. Fang Ping picked up the microphone. He shouted to the freshmen below. All students listen. Attack Tang Wen, Gu Longfei, and Luo Sheng. Down with these 3 people. Participants are awarded 1 to 10 credits each. Tang Wen 3. Hold on for half an hour undefeated. 100 credits will be awarded each. Top performers. 6. The tutor is preferred, including flying dancers. Start now. The voice fell. The floors below the stone training building were suddenly a little chaotic. Tang Feng's face darkened, said through gritted teeth at Fang Ping. Fang Ping, you have crossed the ancestral robe. Who allows you to assert your will? Tang Feng secretly cursed in his heart. Fang Ping, this kid. The principals and deans are here. Is this taking oneself as a leader? Fang Ping said with a smile. Mr. Tang, you didn't find this year's score. Is the courtyard boring? The students were in harmony. You have to set a target for everyone. Think about it last year. If it wasn't for me, other classmates, including Zhao Lei, it may not be possible to enter the 3rd product so quickly. I was awarded a lot of credits at the time. Speaking of which, I have to thank Dean Huang for giving me the opportunity. Huang Jing saw that Tang Feng was still going to speak. Let's just follow Fang Ping's thoughts. Freshmen have just enrolled. Practice is also the way it should be. Fang Ping looked at Tang Feng proudly. That's right, Mr. Tang. You can watch it with peace of mind. Nothing to worry about. Tang Wen is the first freshman. You have to have a little more faith in your daughter. Tang Feng's face changed a few times. He slapped Fang Ping's shoulder suddenly. Pai said with a smile. That's a good point. But next time I'll suggest you. It's a good idea to talk to the rest of the school first. Make a decision again. Roy Chuan, the newly appointed dean of the Tactical Academy. Anger was also written on his face. What Mr. Tang said still makes some sense. Fang Ping still has to discuss next time. Luo Yichuan whispered secretly. Fang Ping, Doesn't this kid know that Luo Sheng is Lao Tzu's son? Fang Ping smiled kindly. I immediately agreed. But I'm complaining like crazy in my heart. I'm doing this for the good of your children. No other student has the opportunity to take 100 credits. It's been in vain for all my hard work. The ground floor of the training building. Tangwen 3. It's being attacked by the freshmen around it. But two fists are no match for four hands. Eventually exhausted. Hunted down and with nowhere to run. Luo Sheng's face was swollen. Model Force Logistics Department. Fang Ping came to Li Chongxing's office window. Why did Mr. Li go back to the logistics department again? Li Chongxing scolded in a low voice. Less nonsense. Fang Ping smiled. Is there too much to do in the Academy of Weapons? So come and take a break. Li Chongxing didn't answer Fang Ping's question. He looked at the computer screen. About the cave last. The result of the First World War. You get 800 credits on your side. There was more than that. But the military department suffered a lot of casualties this time. Bereavement benefits are required. So when it came to distribution, we divided a little less. Fang Ping nodded. It was fine. Understandable. It's good to have a harvest. Old Man Li chuckled. You're a bit of a righteous kid. Fang Ping opened his mouth and said otherwise. I also have 500 credits of welfare from the martial arts club. Remote lending system for 3 months. A total of 3,000 credits were recovered. I was able to score 300 credits. I'll get all of this too. Old Man Li called up Fang Ping's data. I was immediately surprised. This kid has a total of 4,600 credits. Authentic big family. Fang Ping's earning ability is really nothing to say. It's just a cave. Count the dancers who have been in the basement for many years. I'm afraid it doesn't make as much as he makes. With 1,600 credits in earnings. The value of wealth also increased by 32 million. At this time, it has reached 58 million. Old Man Li looked at Fang Ping with so many credits. Ready to change something. Fang Ping pondered for a moment. Many freshmen are now running out of credits. The school costs 30,000 yuan to exchange for a credit. If I give some discounts to the younger students, 29,000 for 1 credit. Do you think you can? Old Man Li pondered for a moment, but it was okay. The school actually discourages students from exchanging money for credits. Instead, do the task yourself. Go and earn credits on your own. However, freshmen do not insist that they must earn it themselves. Since you have to take care of your younger siblings, then there are no more points. 24 or 5,000 is enough. Fang Ping's face turned a little dark. Teacher, you are mistaken. I'm not a philanthropist. I bought my own things for 30,000 credits. If it weren't for the idea of making some more money, I won't sell the difference. Fang Ping smiled at the teacher. Actually, I'm short of money. Can't get so much discount. The company expands the platform to operate individual cultivation. It costs money. And I'm going to go in and cry again. You have to upgrade your equipment. Old Man Li laughed stupidly. Sell whatever you want. It's all your own credits anyway. Besides, you're going to cry on the ground. When did you take the initiative so much? Fang Ping sighed. There was pressure. There is no way, Wang Jinyang. They're all at the peak of the 4 grades. I'm only in the middle of the 4th grade. Anyway, I'm also the president of the Demon 5 Dao Society. Can't be too ashamed. Old Man Li smiled. What did this kid say? It's a shame in the middle of the sophomore and 4th grades. Then don't do the other 5 presidents. Old Man Li thought for a moment. It just so happened that the Ministry of Education came to a basement. Lectures with experts. Go to the lectures. Learn more about the new situation in the basement. Good for you. It's okay if Old Man Li doesn't say it. As soon as I say this, Fang Ping immediately became angry. Fang Ping gritted his teeth and smiled at Teacher Li. Nyagukuri is really exciting. Old Man Lee ignored him either, yawning and chasing people. Let's go, let's go. I'm busy. It's okay. Don't come here all day long to harass the old man. Fang Ping muttered, You're really busy. After that, he left the logistics department. Early the next morning, inside the teaching building, Fang Ping is taking a cave language course. He finally learned how to use cave language to curse. Kabuyanyozi. Fang Ping said provocatively to Zhao, laying next to him. Yanyosi. However, Zhao Lei directly turned his head to the other side and did not go. Li Fangping and Fu Chanding looked at the excitement with an excited face. Fang Ping sighed when he saw this. Zhao Lei used to be like a hedgehog. Just stir up 2 sentences, and you can go on a practical trip. The one that hits is called a cool. It's good now. His own strength has improved too fast. The kid was unstruck. Fang Ping pondered. At the moment, it seems, I can only wait for my strength to improve a little more to beat Qin Fengqing. Remembered that Qin Fengqing wanted to compete with him for the position of president. Fang Ping was a little angry with this bastard. Let him go and pull the sponsorship. Actually messed with me. A bunch of trouble. That's when it happened. The cave on the stage with the expert turned on the projector. A circular pattern appears on the screen. There are also some phantoms around the periphery of the circle. The old expert looked at the students below. That's all for the language knowledge. Next, let's talk about the domain of the cave. Inside the magic dance teaching building, cave with old specialists, a flat circular pattern was cast with a projector. There are also many smaller circles around the Great Circle. Based on our years of probing and judgment, cave world. Most likely, it can be seen as a circular plane world. The size of this circular continent is immeasurable. Beyond the continent is the sea. There is no end to the boundless sea. The periphery of the circular continent is cut into domains. These domains, in fact, it is the demon capital cave that we are now dividing. Kyoto Cave, Tinnen Cave. There may be a kind of diaphragm between the various outer domains. I want to travel to and from various domains. It must pass through a central domain located in the middle. In simple terms, want to go from one cave to another. Going both ways won't work. You can only go deeper. Go deep into the Central Valley. Then go to the other caves from the Central Valley. The 2 valleys are separated by a huge mountain range. Only specific channels can be passed. The passage is controlled by the Central Valley. The outlands are also not easily accessible to humans. Usually we talk about the strong in the depths of the cave. It refers to the cave people from the Central Valley. At this time, Fang Ping raised his hand. Since the teachers are all strong, that is not understandable as these cave humans we encounter now. In fact, they are all the outermost groups of the cave world. Weak and poor civilians. They can't enter the central domain, and unwilling to be ruled by the central domain. That's why they invaded the Earth, trying to open up a new world, establish a colony. The old expert pondered for a moment. This classmate's guess is interesting. That's pretty much what we judged. After the cave, humans entered the Earth. Kill anyone you see, if for the sake of aggression and expansion. It doesn't have to be to that point. Maybe there is something on Earth that they want to get. Murder may have been done as a sacrifice. There is a necessity. Again, perhaps it is the Earth itself that means a lot to them. The universe is vast. There are countless satellites, planets, stars. It is known that only the Earth has life. The Earth has periods of exhaustion. In a sense, it's a living organism. And the cave world is not necessarily so. Cave humans, overmatch. The road of pursuing the evolution of life has come to an end. Whim. Feel that devouring the Earth gives life to the cave world. Maybe it can help them go further. Judgment is judgment. The so-called cave powerhouses barely appear. There doesn't seem to be a rush at all. Maybe it's waiting for an opportunity. Maybe it's the strong who hold each other back. But in recent years, the city, which had previously been unclear, is gradually coming to an agreement. For us, the situation is becoming more and more dangerous. Fang Ping exhaled lightly. Teacher, the strong man of our human race. I didn't even think about talking to the strong man of the cave. The old expert nodded first. Then he shook his head again. Of course there are, but they deliberately do not negotiate. The first instinct of cavemen, when they encounter humans, is to kill. Fang Ping was stunned, deliberately not negotiating. Why the old expert Chen Xingdao? For the sake of military training. Probably as you say. They don't want to be ruled. Therefore, human beings are regarded as the object of military training. Cultivate the strong, marching into the central prison. Fang Ping had a headache when he heard this. Maybe somehow. It's all uncertain rhetoric and speculation. That's when it happened. Fu Chanding asked, Teacher, we haven't tried to send some spies. Break into the interior of the cavern. Go for more information. The old expert said, Humans and cave humans seem to be the same, but not a race. Language doesn't have to be spoken. The biggest difference is the breath. The low-frequency warriors of the basement are cultivating the power of energy, the power of human beings to cultivate chi and blood. Although these differences disappear after high frequencies, there are also ways to cover up some of the oddities. It's like the human world. If a strange grandmaster suddenly appears, what would you think? You name it. The government has long since passed. In addition, the cave is highly hierarchical. Most of our strong men can only lurk outside the city, so the information obtained is of little use. Fang Ping's words were thoughtful. This teacher is not a human high level after all. I can't help it if I know less. The government must have a lot of information hiding that is causing panic. Reluctance to disclose. It's like a dancer hiding the news from an ordinary person's cave. Immediately afterwards, Fang Ping grinned. The most useful thing about this Jack is the basic cave language. Next time you go into the cave, you can have a friendly communication with the cave people. In a certain five-way society, Qin Fengqing crossed Erlang's legs. Leaning back in his chair, he called Chun Yunxi. This cup of tea is cold. I don't want to change the glass yet. How did Fang Ping find a vase to be the office director? Zhou Yin works to Risso. Chun Yunxi's face was slightly red. Hurriedly took the teacup. Senior brother Qin is embarrassed. That's when it happened. Fang Ping pushed the door and walked in. Yunxi, your grandfather is looking for you outside. Heard. The Grandmaster could hear the running of ants hundreds of miles away. Chun Yunxi was a little stunned. Grandpa is here. Qin Fengqing's face changed. Said reluctantly, Trying to bluff me. Fang Ping looked at Chun Yunxi. Qin Fengqing summoned you. Also say the identification of your vase. Is it true that there are 3 bottles of vases in his house? That's how he is? If only Principal Chun had heard. Persuade him. If you really can't, don't do it in school. Let's talk about it after the magic force. Chun Yunxi believed it. Really? Grandpa didn't say anything in advance when he came over. Fang Ping chuckled. Yunxi, you go and entertain Grandpa first. Chun Yunxi hurriedly nodded. I will not let you. The master is embarrassed, Senior Brother Qin. After saying that, he hurried out. Qin Fengqing's face was a little cold sweat at this time. I didn't even stop it. It's really coming. That's it. Qin Fengqing hurriedly shouted loudly, Sister Yunxi. Just kidding. Senior brother is also here to inspire you. You're doing a good job. Chun Yunxi didn't reply. The man has walked out. Qin Fengqing was a little on pins and needles. It's over the calf. The Chun family is only one female for 3 generations. Lao Tzu scolded who couldn't do it. Why are you bothering Qinyinshi? I don't really want to be beaten by the Grandmaster. It's nothing to be knocked down. I'm afraid of being beaten up often. Come to think of this, Xing Fengqing gave herself a big mouth. Fang Ping, I'm but I'm also kind. For Yinshi's work. Can it be done better? Fang Ping smiled at senior brother Qin, who was fine. Principal Chun is very nice. Wouldn't care about that. Qin Fengqing heard this. Immediately breathed a sigh of relief. Yes, then I'm relieved. That's when it happened. Chen Yinshi went and returned. Fang Ping, my grandfather didn't come. Qin Fengqing heard this. Immediately furious. Roaring at Fang Ping, Lao Tzu will kill you. As he spoke, he was going to make a move with Fang Ping. Fang Ping let out a loud shout of Qin Fengqing. You're sure you want to get your hands dirty? Tens of millions of dollars will be lost for breaking things. Do you have money? As soon as these words came out, Qin Fengqing suddenly wilted. Then, CLA, who had been a wooden man on the side, snorted softly. As soon as the idiot said this, Qin Fengqing and Fang Ping both stared at him dangerously. Who are you scolding? CLA's face was a little ugly. Then there was no more silence. Lao Tzu didn't say who to scold. How to touch the inside of the Five-Knife Society. Fang Ping was the first to speak. Okay, don't make a fuss. Get down to business. What happened to what you were asked to do? CLA said bluntly, this time I ran 27 companies. A total of 460 million was raised. Fang Ping slightly chinned in 400 million. As he spoke, he looked at Qin Fengqing. Qin Fengqing, were you over there? Qin Fengqing is light. Snorted and said 500 million with a smug face. Is a full 40 million more than CLA. Fang Ping was speechless about this. He looked at Qin Fengqing and CLA. Are you two idiots? Qin Fengqing and CLA were furious when they heard this. Looked at Fang Ping with an indignant expression. I want him to give himself an explanation. Fang Ping continued. The large group opened by the 8 Grandmasters. A company owned by 49 Nakahei dancers. You've pulled less than $1 billion in sponsorship. It's stupid. Fang Ping thought to himself. Last month's welfare at the Budo Club was distributed. Zhang Yu's inventory has been used up. Where is the 1 billion income enough? And so on. I can't sit comfortably in the position of president. Qin Fengqing said almost through gritted teeth. At that time, you said that the Grandmaster was not less than 50 million. 10 million in the middle grade. I did it. Fang Ping, don't deceive people too much. Fang Pingwenyan spread his hands. I said the minimum standard. You're really coming to the bare minimum standards. As he spoke, he stretched out his hand. Give me the list. These people are also hidden, right? Just listen to the snap. The list fell into Fang Ping's hands. Fang Ping flipped through the list, while saying to Chen Yunshi, the number of people will be counted in a moment. Many of the children on this list are engaged in martial arts. Pay less. Take them to the children who have reached the 3rd grade. All sent to the caves. Chen Yunshi nodded. I started to do statistics. CLA's face twitched. You're going to send everyone by doing that. Fang Ping was a little unimpressed, afraid of his ball. Lao Tzu is not enriching his own pockets again. A large number of instructors and students died in battle this year. Their children and grandchildren are still alive. I don't have any points in mind. Whoever has a magic dance in his heart. Humanity at heart. There should be some more blood, too. Otherwise, why should they have privileges? Qin Fengqing glanced at Fang Ping. It's simple. Others don't give. Can you still force it? Fang Ping really didn't answer. Just picked up my phone and dialed one on the list. The phone only listened to a few beeps. The person across from him answered the phone. Fang Ping first said hello. Hello. Is it Senior Brother Zhang? I am Fang Ping.